Okay. Did you press record on yours?
I did press record on mine.
Okay.
The wonders of technology.
Okay. So we are trying a new system, everyone out there, because Skype sucks. This might suck.
Yeah, I was gonna say this sounds spottier than Skype at the minute.
Okay. But
we will find out though.
If you're recording your stem on your end and I'm recording my stem on my end, when I get the raw files, then I will be getting your Yeti goodness instead of the
weird Skypey version of it. So then it won't just be your voice; it'll be the dulcet and buttery tones of my own voice.
Yes,
coming to you live and in stereo.
Yeah, so like they will get both versions of our voices through our different blue microphones. I am using the blue raspberry. Which is discontinued.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I am rocking the full-on Yeti goodness.
Yeah, I might. They're coming out with a new Yeti. Blue was acquired by Logitech.
Oh, which means everything's about to go downhill. Kids, buy up the old stuff now before they start building it to a budget.
Well, there are two new versions of the Yeti. There's a Yeti Micro, which is like a smaller Yeti,
like the Snowball,
kind of like the Snowball, but it's still Yeti shaped. It's like the Yeti is if you put the Yeti in the wash and you put it on hot, it shrank, and so it has two patterns instead of like the full four. And then there's a new version of the Yetis that's coming out that has like it's meant for streamers, so it has like an LED bullshit thing, like you can change the LED colors and but it has the advantage of 4 different patterns, so blah 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 blah, blah. And stereo. It can record in stereo, which is interesting if you play music, but if you don't play music, no one needs to hear your voice through both sides of the.
Are you sure? Can I do like one of those weird like Freddie Mercury early Queen albums, like Now I'm Here, Now I'm There sort of thing, like in each ear? Yeah. Like if I run from one side of the room, it's like
or just hard pan it to either side like the Beatles did, so like your brain will do the mix in your head.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's you know what, that's how you and I need to operate from this point forward. We're basically just John and Paul. We'll work together and we'll do it for the podcast, but I want to go on record as saying fuck you, just publicly right now, creatively stifling me.
It's my fault.
Which is weird because you don't even have a mohawk, and that's usually the job of the person with the mohawk.
Yeah. Well, who's going to be our Yoko then?
I don't know. We'll find somebody. Maybe... You know what? Maybe we skip through all that stuff. I got rid of the Yoko. I've been stifled, and now we can go full Sergeant Pepper.
Oh my God.
Yep.
All right, Brandon Chalmers. If we actually post this episode, welcome everybody to the fucking Do It Cast. We are part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network. I didn't fuck it up. I didn't say Hard Knock Life, which is funny because there is a podcast on the network called Hard Knock Life.
I'm always Team Hove. So I'm good
but that's Knock as an NOC, Nerds of Color. You can check us out at hardknockmedia.com. There's a whole bunch of awesome podcasts on there. A lot of them talk about culture and race and ethnicity and society and all that kind of stuff. And it's like very deep, moving topics that we should all be talking about. And then there's us.
Except for us. You should not be asking me any of those topics. I lack the credibility.
Yeah.
Completely ignore anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome to our show.
Hooray.
Hooray. So, Brandon Chalmers, what have you been geeking upon?
Sir. I literally just finished a meal. Okay. I am perfecting different recipes, getting weekly go-tos. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. 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 I'm full on Rachel Ray in that shit. Made myself some garlic roasted potatoes this evening.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
God
and made
damn.
myself some Italian chicken as well.
Jesus.
And a crisp Caesar salad. Crisp.
You know what I don't see? You know what I don't see on my phone?
Yeah.
I don't see a message from Brandon Chalmers saying, "Come up and eat a whole bunch of awesome food." I don't see that. Did I miss?
Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know what you should have been doing? Working on your goddamn book. That's what you should be doing. I'm doing you a favor.
Yeah,
you don't need me swooning you in all fucking Pepe Le Pew and shit, being like, hey, come check out the siren song of my taters and chicken. Like, you don't need that.
You know
That's
what? That's
not your life.
You know, I don't see on my phone, Brandon Chalmers. I don't see a message from you saying I'm gonna be there in like a half hour with some garlic chicken.
Now that's an interesting play, because I do have some vacation time coming up, I think, in December. And if you want me to show up to your place and cook you and your loving family a meal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We could just knock out like 5 shows we could knock out a month.
That's super good. Yeah, we can just hang out together in the same room. We'll record like 6 episodes, and then I won't talk to you until fucking February. It'll be great.
Yeah, we'll just knock out a bunch of episodes.
Yeah.
So, how did the cooking bug bite you?
Honestly, it's one part like self-preservation of know how to cook, for the love of fuck. Don't be one of those guys.
Yeah.
The other part of it is like, if you are trying to be a good friend to people, you should know how to make a decent meal.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Learn that life. Impress somebody from time to time. Don't be a fucking schlub. Like, this is how this works. And it ain't that hard. Like, genuinely, it ain't that hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what it is. The other thing is just spending way too much money eating out and misbehaving or whatever it is.
That's true.
Honestly, worlds cheaper for me to make a meal that I genuinely could probably feed comfortably 3 people with leftovers, and having those leftovers to be able to be like, yeah, you know what? This is food for later. This is this for this.
Yum.
Yeah.
So now we just have to learn how to get a pig and do the lechon belly style, where we get that nice crispy candy crust and shit.
Really what I think it is I just need to give up on my yard, and then we can dig a trench. Then we can put a spit in, and then we can slow roast that pig.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a project.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to help me pour a concrete pit with a drain into my yard, I will gladly do a fucking luau.
Oh my God. Can you imagine like the s'mores?
Yeah.
You could get it at the right height so that the marshmallow gets toasty brown all the way through.
Slow. Yeah. Right.
I wonder how big because like I've seen marshmallows this big, but could you get like
you don't want that though. Like, there's a sweet spot for marshmallows. You get them too big. Like, I got the jumbos last time. I did them on the skewers or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the centers are fucking rock hard. Like, you can't s'more with this sort of thing. We've talked about this. Like, the s'more is equally the greatest and worst dessert, because you end up wearing half of it, and then you make a life decision of like, do I want to wear this or do I want to salvage this graham cracker? Because I cannot do both. Yeah, it is the crunchy taco of desserts.
The crunchy taco, so good.
Like, I love it, but we all know that eventually at some point along the way, you're just playing cleanup duty with a fork and you're doing that sad shovel. You just got the plate up and you're like, it's just taco remnants and just hoping that there's something decent in there. And you and I both know we didn't leave any meat on the plate. It's nothing but lettuce and taco shell bits. Yeah.
Man, if we did the pit thing, we should just get like a full leg of lamb and just roast that shit.
I'm good with this.
Get a whole cow. Get a whole ass cow. Like,
I'm good with this.
We'll find a farm where they do a whole ass cow. We'll go in on a whole ass cow.
I think you're really overestimating how big of a pit I'm willing to dig in my backyard before we're talking about having it be large enough where I can manually spin quote unquote whole ass cow. Like, I think even half ass cow. And you know how much I hate half assing anything.
Yeah.
even a half-ass cow is just, that's a lot of beef, man.
Yeah,
That's
but they break it down for you so it'll fit in your car.
I love.
They don't just hand you the
caveat
cow
here. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, they'll break it down for you so it fits in your car. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, I mean, a car size pit. It's all good.
I know what it is. You're genuinely not going to be happy until I am actually wrapping a side of beef in chicken wire so that it doesn't get all over the place and just throwing it over an open flame.
Well, and then this will give me a motivation to actually figure out how to finish my mochi bowl, my mochi stump.
that goddamn rotten log that we pulled out of the woods for you all those years. What was that? 3 years ago I did that?
It must have been. I just haven't had any time.
Yeah.
But like,
for those of you not following along and trying to figure what the fuck Jamie's talking about, if you've ever wondered, when they make mochi, they end up using some sort of like tree stump base, and it's basically curved out, and it becomes essentially a gigantic like mortar and pestle. And they do, it's like a hammer folding technique. Like you need a dumb buddy who's willing to like jump in there and basically knead that dough. And then somebody else with like a weird, like, it's not plastic. I feel like it's almost like a big like teardrop rubber mallet if memory serves. And you're just fucking going hard in the paint, just full Paul Bunyan that shit.
Yeah.
And you're making mochi.
Yeah.
So Jamie gets this idea of like, man, I'm going to make mochi at home. And I'm like, yeah, this is sort of dumb I'm into. Let's go do the thing. And he carts me out in with his vehicle, and we drive out to the woods, and he's like, yeah, this is the stump that I want. Why don't you haul this thing out of here? And I must have hauled a 150-pound tree stump that was basically twice as wide as I am on my shoulders out of this thing, load it in the back of the car, put it in your driveway. And I'm like, cool, let me know when you want to start digging into this thing. And I never get a call back. So I'm expecting the next time I see him to just see progress. What I saw was a tree stump that was not wrapped up, had not been started, and basically a new science project in Jamie's driveway.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing. I was in I was in between projects. I was like, well, I'll have time to whack this shit out. And I worked on it for like a good like month, and then work started coming in, and I haven't had a chance to get back to it. So
the thing I love is you managed to take the crown of king of unfinished projects from me, and it's very kind of you for doing so. Oh yeah, because I was feeling real bad about not getting a bunch of things I started accomplished, and then all of a sudden you come in, you're like, I'm gonna rope you into my dumb shit so that you can watch me not finish my dumb shit, so you can do your dumb shit. It's like
that's true,
buddy. That's Is anyone else is hearing? Is this love? Because right now, that's I got White Snake in the ear. Is really all I'm hearing.
The thing is, like, my other hobbies actually pay me, so I need to focus on that stuff. And like,
okay, when your quote unquote other hobbies pay you, what you mean to say is, I have a fuck ton of jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well,
yeah, I got too much shit to do.
yeah. The second your hobby turns into a paying gig, it's a job. That's really what happens.
The jorb.
Yeah, your jorbs.
The jorbs.
Yeah. Jamie Noguchi, all them jorbs.
All them jorbs.
Lots of jorbs.
All them jorbs.
Jamie, what are you geeking out about? Other than unfinished projects.
So Star Wars, the trailer just dropped. Did you have a chance to see the trailer?
I did get a chance to see it.
So I think it's great. I'm excited. I know some people aren't, but fuck you.
Oh God. Can we okay, you know what? I think Keith might be a little mad at me about this, but I don't really care. If you've been bitching about the last couple Star Wars and/or this current one, do me a favor. Either turn this off right now, or write a sternly worded letter to me. Matter of fact, break out paper and quill. And carve it into the fucking heavens about how wrong I am.
Yeah.
Crumble that shit up and eat your own bitterness and kindly fuck off, because you should enjoy having more of the things that you absolutely love, you bitter asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks fun. It's great. Rey's a fun character. The thing that I love. So our friend, our mutual friend, Zara Fazal, voice actor extraordinaire. She hardcore ships Reylo. So there's a fandom of people who want Rey and Kylo to mash their faces together. Which from this trailer, you can pretty much surmise that Zara is going to get her OTP, her one true pairing. And my only regret in life is that I will not be next to her in the theater to watch her face as it happens on screen and like watch her just melt into a puddle of emotions.
See, you say that, but when that happens and the two of them finally kiss, and then you hear that space banjo start to play, and you realize those two are fucking related because Star Wars.
Oh man.
And like Chewie like leans into somebody else, and like you finally get the translation from Wookiee, and it's just like that kid's gonna end up having a third arm, and it's like some bad shit's gonna happen.
Man, I'm here for it, and I want her boyfriend to like put a camera on her face the entire movie just to see that moment where she just melts.
That's the thing is like you find out that really they were both essentially because like the idea of like deadbeat dad Han living in space Florida makes a lot of sense, and the idea of an upgrade to take them to like weird deadbeat dad West Texas is totally normal. So the idea of like Rey's parents is being like, well, I guess we'll leave her here, she'll be fine, like makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible that they're related.
Right, yeah, because Jakku is essentially the space version of the town from that movie Tremors. Like, no good comes of this place.
Only disappointment and sadness.
Yeah, it's sand and Kevin Bacon. That's it. You get one highlight.
Sand. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. We might have news. I'm trying to find out. But
yeah. Some of us might have news. Others not so much.
Well, even though if it happens, then you can't make it. I still like.
I'm still going to go see it and everything. It's just one of those like I don't think I'll be able to make it to where we're talking about just based on location.
Yeah, but I'm gonna drag you out to see it because I think it's going to be fun, and I'm going to see it multiple times.
I'm definitely going to see it, but yeah, if we want to do a multiple showing weekend, I am definitely down for that.
I'm for it. Yeah,
we'll do the grand tour. It'll be good. Maybe we head down, me and I'll grab a few other people with me, and we'll head down your way, and we'll do like big dumb foods down there, and we'll like all the meats in Star Wars, and then we'll basically play the game of what's more interesting, a tummy full of beef or Star Wars, and see if we can stay awake.
Yeah. I think that'll be the trick. Do you do Star Wars and then beef, or beef and then Star Wars?
I think you have to do Star Wars and then beef. So this way we spend way too much time eating beef, breaking down the game film. Because otherwise, genuinely, it is the most dangerous of game shows.
Yeah. Because we might get.
I paid $18.50 for this ticket, and I will absolutely fall asleep 6 minutes in. There's no question about this.
Yeah. And like I'm pretty sure like earlier showings won't be sold out that weekend or something like that. Like I'm sure it'll be easier to
believe that.
Yeah,
100% isn't true, but believe that life.
Right. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. It'll be good.
We'll get some tickets. We'll get some food. It'll be fun. I'm excited. Yeah. I don't care if you're not.
Genuinely take all of your disappointment and fuck off.
And the thing is, like, I find the Reylo ship to be kind of gross because like he murdered a whole bunch of people, but like I love the fact. I love the fact that Zara loves it. Like Zara getting excited about it makes me excited for her. Me personally, I don't want them to get together because
the idea of how many people who look like Rey who are into those serial killer documentaries, the idea of being able to meet one in person and her being like, basement's flooded, I don't know what to do. Like, this makes sense to me.
I mean, there's precedent. There's precedent.
Yeah, there's precedent here. Like, we can tiptoe around it, but bottom line is Rey. Like, that's just...
Basement's flooded. Love it.
I get it. I saw shirtless Kylo. It's fine.
I don't disagree. I think he can get it.
It's like 9 feet a peck. Like,
like he can get it, but like he also murdered a lot of people. So like,
yeah. Let's get past that. Can we talk about the optical illusion that are his pecs? Like, is that a fisheye lens in that one scene?
Yeah.
Or is that weird cloak thing? He never looks that wide by like, I need him and Chewie to stand next to each other. I need to know whether or not this is LucasArts trickery or just a camera angle. Like, I have to know.
It's like he's built, but not like
like
bodybuilding.
Well, I know he's former military. Like, I know he's got a solid build, but like, as a dude with a hearty chest, I'm trying to figure out like what's the wingspan there. Like, is a dude an albatross? Like, I don't know.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, can he take flight? Did I miss something?
Like he could
say like the way that's shot, he's got 4 feet, like easily. Like that's 2-footed titty, just right here, just somehow.
Oh, we got a Hazel. We got a naked Hazel. Well, we can't put this on the internet now.
Oh no.
But yeah, like his wingspan is so long that like the Claymore saber, he could be standing on the bridge of a Star Destroyer, and X-Wing can fly by, and he can just go boop and blow it up.
Just full on Statue of Liberty that shit. Like just boop. Yeah. Duke could have solved the trench fight with Luke with like 4 minutes and a step out with a helmet. Like just put that mask on. You're like, I got this, and just like leaned out and just fucking cut the side of the thing.
He can get it. I understand. And the problem with the way his costume is built, it just shrouds him. It makes him look smaller, actually. Like when he had his shirt off, he looked massive. Like,
hang on a second. I just realized something. Anakin, right?
Yeah.
When he plays The Floor is Lava and he loses his like legs above the knee and he loses his arms above the elbow.
Yeah.
You could potentially be way taller and way longer arms. Why not?
Right, because standards of beauty and proportion are different in space. So like he could be like a giant.
Fuck all of this standards of beauty. The dude the dude looked like a weird like Humpty Dumpty with that helmet off.
Yeah,
he ain't trying to fucking crush it.
Yeah.
So why not have a huge wing? Why not be 11 feet tall? Why not be 11 feet tall?
That's the way I would go.
Because here's the thing. If I suddenly like floor's lava and I lost my legs, like especially above the knee, you know, those weird like velociraptor sort of like big blade things, I want to be 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
No way around it. Like I'll come into everything. I'll make that weird Jurassic Park noise. I'll insist that everyone call me a clever girl. Like there's no way around it. Yeah. I'll straight run around with a fucking boombox on my back.
Yeah.
Just blasting the Jurassic Park theme as I fucking run like Usain Bolt. Just right through the thing and be like, God damn, that fat guy's fast. Just like, I want that life.
You could get all the top shelf stuff for all the little ladies at the grocery store. You know,
genuinely, yeah. I could literally just spend my life just doing kind things for short people. It's really all it is.
Yeah, that's how you know that Star Wars is bullshit and it's not like actual sci-fi. Because if it was actual sci-fi and you wanted to intimidate a motherfucker and you were a part of an evil organization, damn right you would rebuild yourself as like a 10-foot tall monster with like irons.
How is it that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze managed to solve this problem with Super Shredder, but somehow all the money in the fucking galaxy and suddenly Vader's like, he's pretty big. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it.
No,
like,
you're right.
He's marginally larger. Like, I think, okay, fine. He's like 6'5". Like, he stands a bit taller than everybody else. But honestly, that's lifts in the shoes. That ain't much.
Yeah.
Like, I got boots that'll give me 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
It's nice, but it ain't a game changer. I don't lose my shit above the knee. That's a full like, you can easily, that's, 6 to 8 inches just from the thigh down, then a big honking knee. And then if you don't want to look ridiculous, everybody has fucking seen Gundam. Put them big chunky fucking things down there.
Yes,
some big chunky robot legs.
Yes.
If you want to get real weird about it, give them weird like claw looking hoof sort of things on the floor.
Yeah.
So then you add an easily 4 inches. Like make essentially, because honestly, they custom built the Death Star. It's a certain size. Vader's got his own starship. Are you trying to tell me that we can't just be like, hey, so for the Vader thing, everything has to be 15 feet? I just want your contractor to be like, did we not, when did we discuss it? Just like, look, he'll come and force choke you out. Genuinely, it's got to be 15 feet. You need to vault all of these ceilings.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it makes for a better show anyway. Like,
yeah. And it's impressive. Like you walk into his chamber, instead of it looking like a little bowl with a thing, it's these vaulted ceilings with like death sculptures.
It looks like a cathedral.
Stuff.
It looks like a cathedral of pain. And frankly, you don't need to hire a guy who looks like fucking Biggs to do all the contracts. Hire somebody from Camino, have them stand up, go, yeah, this will do, and move right along. You have other species on this ship. That thing needs to be a certain. You know what? Yeah. Okay, so hang on a second. So am I assuming at some point, like I assume there has to be some sort of standards and practices essentially with building codes and what have you, but do you think that in the Empire they have like a build standards and requirement? I mean, they're a military, so you think you'd have to build something to spec.
Sure.
But like what happens when you don't want to give somebody the upper hand, so you want to bring everybody in. So like you've got somebody like who's the size of the people in Camino who did all the cloning. Do they walk into the regular thing? Right. Are they hunching down the whole time? Like, is it a Harry and the Hendersons sort of thing?
You walk in and hit it like, boom.
Oh. Right. That's what I'm right. Yeah. Like, how many times do you get like that one stormtrooper banged his head on the ceiling? Like, right. Where are we at with that? There has to be some sort of thing. Why is Vader not at least 9 feet tall? And they're minimum 9 feet tall.
And they're kind of loose because, no structure in the Empire or the First Order has banisters or handrails. It's just like long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they and want
I've seen
experts.
These guys shoot. I don't trust them to run.
The other thing I would do with Vader is I would make him hot swappable. So like torso up. If you want to put him into a tank. If you want to put him into a monster. If you want to put him into a spider tank with like. Gun arms.
You immediately made him better for me, 1, in general. But 2, the fact that you suddenly turned him into like Dr. Eggman from Sonic, like just you're immediately like, well, yeah, I mean, it's battle time, so we're going to put you in a thing. Like, you're right, though. Yeah. Why is it that the cartoon show The Centurions is more creative than all of the Star Wars universe? Like, genuinely.
Yeah. I mean, why stop with a lightsaber? Why not a lightsaber chainsaw? Why not like a giant chainsaw with lightsabers attached to it that he could like Mako Mori some resistance fighters and like just slicing through everything?
Why not some like old school Gundam Wing shit and a big scythe?
Yeah. A death scythe laser sword.
I mean, Vader is designed in a lot of ways to look like the Grim Reaper anyway. The idea of him breaking out one of those stabs and then holding the thing down and you hear the you hear the vaporizer and all of a sudden you see the whole thing just go swinging back. And you're like, fuck. And you're like, there's no fight to be had. You're fucking running. Like, there's no middle ground. Could you imagine Luke seeing Obi-Wan pair up against him, and instead of him pulling his most noble of lightsabers, he pulls a fucking scythe, and you watch Luke go, I'm out.
Yeah.
Back to Tatooine. I'll make blue milk all day. Fuck
it's
you can have the galaxy. I don't want it.
It's a different series. Like, it's a different series.
It sends if you want to be intimidating, send a fucking message. Like, I want to see something unnecessary.
Yeah. Or like gigantic robot wings and just have him like fly around like a Jedi Nazgul, like a Sith Nazgul with like.
I'm good with this. Like R2 gets rocket boosters. You're trying to tell me Vader can't?
Yeah.
Like, why is he not like weird dark arts fucking Iron Man? Like,
He should have his own AT-AT. Like, put him in the AT-AT.
Why not? Right? Yeah. Why not give him his own fucking chicken walker? Why
jet
not?
black chicken walker, like matte black, not that glossy stuff, like that matte death black.
Okay.
Just stomping around.
Okay. So here's my idea. We put Vader on top of an AT-AT, like a saddle. We go straight biblical. We paint an AT-AT white. A rider on a pale horse approaches, and it's just him fucking waving that big eggshell thing up over his head. All fucking doctors. Yeah. Just almost like riding the whole thing. It'll be great.
God damn. This should be part of the extended universe. This should be on Disney Plus. This like, I know they're doing a what if with Marvel, but there should be a what if with Star Wars.
What if Star Wars? Right. Yeah. Like, goddamn.
What if we made Darth Vader the proper death machine that he was intended to be?
Thank you. Yeah. Like, God damn it. Yeah. I want to, and I swear we went through this where I think I broke down this fan theory breakdown version of the Obi-Wan movie.
Yeah.
Where they talk about having Darth Maul come back and has been playing games with him or whatever it is. If anyone's curious, I don't know what episode it is, but if you search fucking do a cast and Obi-Wan, I'm sure it pops up. I broke down a fan theory that I had heard that I fucking loved by a guy who's a budding screenwriter.
Nice.
Anyway. The idea of, like, the whole premise is essentially, though, he goes into essentially that same sort of thing that he did in Clone Wars, where he gets like the spider legs and everything. We can very much be creative. Why?
Right. Because,
why did we suddenly get less creative over time?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Also, like, General Grievous had the multiple arms, like the wind blade things.
Then,
split arms, like. Man. Yeah, I mean, even Wolverine claws, just like whatever whatever adamantium is in the Star Wars universe, like put that on Darth Vader.
Lightsabers,
like
lightsabers. Why not?
Jesus, yeah.
Snick, Berserker Barrage. Like, what is? Yeah.
I mean, if you want to scare a motherfucker, that's how you do it.
That makes sense to me. All right, hang on. We're getting off topic here. What is our topic today? Are we just talking Star Wars? Is this what we're doing today?
We could. I did want to talk about another comic book thingy, but like I feel like we've hit gold here.
No, I think we may have topped it out, though, because I think we're fucking this thing in the ground, because frankly, what we didn't do was talk about the trailer. And you know why we're not going to talk about the trailer? Because it's the trailer, not the movie. You should go see the thing, and you don't actually need – no one needs this trailer to talk them into it. No. If you know somebody who is genuinely watching that trailer and going, yeah, I guess I'll go now, you don't need that person in your life.
No, that is not a fun person to be around. Yeah.
No, it's not. No. You're going to end up. Here's what's going to happen. You're probably going, oh man, but like one of those good friends that I have, like he saw the trailer on the internet and of the old one, he was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm sold about it, and I'm kind of with him. Don't let that guy ruin this shit for you.
No.
Don't let him do it. Don't do it.
Get into it. Buy into the hype. Let it wash over it. Wash over you. I don't know anyone where, and it happens near Christmas. It's a magical time of the year. It's a festival of lights, and then you get a saber version of one of those lights, and you settle down, you nuzzle, just scooting boot cheeks into those little seats, and then you settle in and you hit that recline, and then you put that phone and you turn it off. And you put it deep in your pocket, and you sit down and you genuinely stare off into the screen, and then the music hits, and it's a magical moment. And everyone around you should be welling up because you've had so many years of this great thing in your life. Yeah. And if you go to a theater and there's no one in costume, you go back to your car and you break out your fucking toy lightsaber or whatever. You put on a robe. You get a bathrobe from, wherever, and you walk in a costume. You get like...
I can get behind this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, steadfast rule. Headphones before the movie. Don't let some naysaying douchebag asshole who says that he's not sure if he wants to see the movie, who's there opening night.
Yeah.
That guy, no. He's a gaslighter.
Tell him to get the fuck out.
No, you don't talk to him.
That's
you
true.
Don't feed crazy, Jamie.
Yeah.
You put them headphones in all nice like, and then you listen to something that makes you real happy. a certain playlist,
like the soundtrack of the movie,
like a soundtrack of the movie, like your favorite Star Wars quotes, like a great podcast, the people that you genuinely care about, whatever it is.
Yeah, put us on your headphones. Fuck it.
Go in with just a kind heart and a good feeling, and like, you know, get a nice little meal, make sure you get yourself whatever snacks you like, and just settle in and enjoy it. Because I don't know how many more times in our lives that we're going to be able to see that in the theater and have that experience.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people growing up who only had those three, and that was it up until the 90s. They had almost 20 years of not being able to experience that. You don't know. So don't be one of those guys who walked out of Jedi going, I don't know, like, kind of a shitty end of the series, don't you think? Fuck that guy. You don't need to hang out with that guy. Right. Because that guy is 100% fucking rocking a Boba Fett hoodie with his old ass in that same theater right now. Yeah. Yeah.
And the great thing about these movies coming out during the holiday season is you love your family, but spending the entire time with them, you're going to need a break.
You need a break.
What better way to break away from your family than to see people beat the shit out of each other with freaking laser swords?
I know. And the best part is you can take them. And when they lean into your ear and they start to talk about something, you go, shh, shut the fuck up. Wookiees are on the screen. Wookiees.
BB-8 is on the screen.
BB-8 is BB great, and you should be just mouth closed right
Zip
now.
Zip it. Yeah. Ray's on the screen. Rose is on the screen. Finn is on the screen.
Rose is on the fucking screen.
Yeah. Rose is on the screen. God.
Rose is on the screen. Yeah. When Rose shows up, your mouth goes shut. That's how this works.
Yeah. And she's like a commander now. She's not just like...
Of course she is, because she was there and she sacrificed her shit, and she's a delight.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited about being excited about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like,
God damn it. Now all I want to do is just break out a plain shirt and a Sharpie that just says, Rose is fucking rad, fight me. And just...
Yeah. I'm
just
trying
rip
to
the sleeves off of that thing, and I don't care if it's middle of December. I'm just going to sit there, just rolling my shoulders, just waiting for some fucking angry nerd.
Did you get a Rose shirt? Did I get one from Keith?
Not that I know of, but we can make that happen.
Yeah, because it's great. It's the Obama style shirt with just Rose on it. Yeah, I love it. Like,
it's good.
Yeah, you need to go. This is a moment. Like, Star Wars has people in it that are not just old stodgy white dudes, and they have minorities in the First Order too. Like, that was the great thing about like the last movie. You saw the deck, the crew was diverse as hell because, you know, minorities can be evil fuckheads too. It was great.
Yeah, it's not just DC. It's not just for DC movies anymore. It's great.
Yeah. Like, I love it. Like, I cannot wait to show Hazel all of these things. I have no idea what order I'm supposed to show them now, because there's 9. Like, I like, what do you go through the do you do the machete version?
I did this once.
Yeah,
the machete version. I did this once. No, I did the machete version once, and then I did before. Back when there were only. I think this was back when Rogue One, I think, came out.
Oh, right.
I showed somebody who I was dating at the time who had never seen Star Wars, the movies. And I, like an idiot, decided now is the time to do a science experiment. And I showed them the prequels first.
Oh, no.
And they loved them.
Oh, wow.
And by the time they got the Jedi, they were like, these kind of look low rent.
Ooh.
I was like... And it made me realize that, like, I think if you're showing someone something new and you want them to appreciate it, even in the slightest way that you appreciate it, I think you have to show it to them in the way that you saw them.
So chronologically.
Yeah, I think chronological based on release date.
Yeah. So like the middle 3, then the first 3, then the first 3, then the last 3. That's interesting.
Well, and Rogue One in between there.
Right, and Rogue One. Do you show them the Solo movie?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think Solo is a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I don't think it helps and or hurts anything.
No, it does feel it feels like a
it feels shoehorned in.
Yeah, it feels like a side, like there in anime there's a concept of like a side story where there's a movie that may or may not be part of the canon. It feels like a nice little heist movie.
Yeah, but like I'm good with that. I like the idea of, in the same way that like Rogue One was a war movie, I like the idea of them being able to take the Star Wars universe and go, this is this type movie. And it uses characters and or things that you're relatively familiar with. And it's like, yeah, I'm good with all of this. Like, this is rad.
Yeah.
I for personal experience, as much as Chewie is definitely my favorite Star Wars character since I can't remember. For like a bazillion reasons other than just the fact that I managed to meet Peter Mayhew at Baltimore Comic Con once and help him onto a cart. Yeah, I was tabling with you. I went over to go get us food. I'm standing in line to go get chicken tenders. He comes out and this is like, his back was bad a couple years ago. And he basically like needed to go his way from like the back room to like a golf cart, but the kid wasn't allowed to like move the golf cart any closer than where it was.
Oh, shoot.
And like, Mayhew looks at him like, son, I don't think you understand. I don't have the ability to walk. And I literally like hustled my way over, stood as tall as I could, and went, excuse me, Mr. Mayhew, I would be honored to help you. I'm con staff. And without even hesitating, like no shirt on, and he just looks at me and he goes, okay. And puts his arm around me, and I helped him to his golf cart, and I got him all nice and settled in. And I looked at him, I was like, sir, I want to thank you for making my childhood awesome. Genuinely, I appreciate you. And he was like, thanks, kid. Have a good day. And I was like, you too. And he got to leave, and I was like, I got to fucking help Chewbacca. That's right. And I still feel good about that, and it's awesome.
That is so cool.
Yeah. But like, anyway, to double back to where I was going, I definitely preferred the characters in Rogue One versus Solo because they were able to create an entire cast that was more or less standalone from everything. It was still Star Wars canon, and I know anybody who reads the books is like, they're not originally characters. Like, I thank you.
Yeah, whatever, fine.
Right, no, I get that. I understand that they're established characters. I'm good with all of that.
Yeah.
But like the idea of like fucking Donnie Yen alone and then fucking K2SO is the best. Like, like the fact that they were able to not lean so hard on existing material and just kind of go, so we needed to get this thing here, and there are military plans, and this is the story of this happening. And basically, like suddenly, like you're in a whole other part of the thing. It's like, oh fuck, this is rad.
Yeah, it was great, and then it made Vader scary again. Like the last 30 seconds of Vader, just like the death vogue. Murder.
I love the idea of us spending a Star Wars movie, at least most of it, without a fucking Skywalker. Like, it was delightful.
Yeah, it was great. I did like it.
Yeah.
And my favorite character in all the Star Wars movies is the lightsabers. Because I'm genetically predisposed to like swords of any shape, size, or color.
Yeah, I assumed that in all of the Star Wars verse, your favorite characters would be Snoke's personal guards. They have rad armor. They have super cool weapons. They have a great backdrop. Like it's everything you're hoping for in like those comic panels of like an elite fighting force that is matched properly with the sorting weapons and is super trained. I am about this life.
We got a chain sword. One of them had a chain sword.
I know, full on fucking Bayonetta. Full on fucking Bayonetta. I know.
Fantastic.
Turns out what we're going to talk about, we're just going to talk about Star Wars today is really what's going to happen. I shouldn't be surprised. Like the new trailer came out and all I really want to do is just wax nostalgic about Star Wars. God damn it. Yeah. Star Wars is rad. It's fucking rad.
It's amazing that like we haven't seen more stuff like in previous years. Like I remember when the original trailer, the prequels were coming out, like a full year before it was Star Wars this, Star Wars that, Star Wars this, Star Wars that. And now like now that Disney's taken over, it's a little bit more regimented. So, you know, it's been up until now, like we haven't heard too much about Star Wars stuff. And so like now I'm getting excited again. And,
because that's how this works.
Yeah.
If you hear about it this is why I don't really care for trailers that much.
Yeah.
If you hear about it nonstop over and over again until it fucking loses all of its purpose and meaning, then who cares, George Lucas? Like, I don't need to find out about, like, I don't need all of it. Give me the thing. Like, genuinely, you could have cut all of the other trailers up to it, up until the last one. You could have just put the logo, the title, and a release date, and that's it. And then waited until now. And honestly, you could wait until Thanksgiving. Literally.
For sure, yeah.
Thanksgiving evening, in the middle of the football game, in the evening, right at halftime, I would have released that trailer and then rode that wave of excitement from now until the fucking movie release date, and it would be the only thing anyone talks about.
Yeah.
In fucking perpetuity. Like, just nonstop. Be like, because you would be off. You'd have a chance to hang out with your cousins. You'd have a bunch of extended family there. Everybody's talking about going together with the thing.
The kids would love it.
The kids would fucking love it because you got all the cousins there. They're all from out of town. They all get to experience that together, and they're fucking watching the trailer over and over again. And then instead of having to watch the second half of that shitty game, you put on a fucking Star Wars movie and you let those kids fall asleep to the goddamn trilogy. God damn it! You know what? That's new rule. That's new rule. You start and you watch all of the Star Wars movies Thanksgiving Day. The second the parade's done. Wait, you can't do it the second. Nah, the second the dog show is done.
Yeah.
John O'Hurley's a fucking delight, and everyone should watch the dog show. But I might even dust off my old Twitter account to fire up and start live tweeting the parade. I
think that's a great tradition because that's a lot of hours. And
it's a lot of hours.
You could put it on in the background. If you want to dip out, you can like walk around, go to the bathroom, get some food.
Right. The kids always have something to see. You know it's always good. Everybody can get drawn into it. You can pick it up and put it down wherever it is. You literally just lay it out. You just go, we're watching it by release date. This is what happens. And the second the dog show's done, immediately New Hope goes on, and you're like, cool, let's do this thing. You start watching and tearing through. And by the time the family gets there, they're like, tauntauns are running across the screen, and the kids are like, fuck, is that Star Wars? And then everybody's sitting down, and then you're all BSing because like all of your extended family then shows up in like beginning-ish of Jedi. So like we've already had Boba Fett there. Yeah. So then like you get through Boba Fett. We're watching the second half of Jedi. Everybody settles in. You put on the prequels, and right before you sit down, you watch the beginning part of Episode 1 where fucking Qui-Gon's a badass and melts a door with a sword. And then, and the second you start breaking out those really racist George Lucas characters, you turn the TV down, and then you all go eat. Right?
Yeah.
Then you're kind of sleepy. You come back, dinner's done, pod race is on, fire the volume back up.
Yeah.
Hope that somebody's got a surround sound. Get that fucking Sebulba coming through your stereo. Turn the thing back down again. Fall asleep. Wake back up. Episode 2, they're in the arena. You get to watch those cool monsters. Back asleep again. Episode 3. Yeah. Like, and by the time you're really together, everyone else is leaving. You're having seconds, and bingo bango, you're into watching Rogue One because we're in our transition phase right now, kids.
Yeah. I like the idea of watching it in chronological order because then the effects make sense. Then it makes sense that like you have like the more practical stuff to the all digital stuff to like the hybrid of the digital and the practical. Like visually it'll feel
and it'll feel like home to everyone because that's how most people, at least the older people, have seen it. And your older family are going to be the ones who are going to fucking complain about it in the first place. Yeah. And if all of you are talking about Star Wars, none of you can talk about fucking Trump. Yes. That's great. Because all Star Wars is going to do is solve this problem.
Yeah. It's great. It gets you in the mood to see the new movie. It prevents you from having fights about politics where you can have dumb arguments about sword fighting and no one cares. Like families don't break over Star Wars arguments. Like,
I mean, they probably do, but look, that's its own thing. But look, you got to break a few eggs. It's fine. It's fine. If I tear your family apart on my Star Wars idea, I'm sorry about your family, whatever. Anyway, but This is why you have friends in the first place. Make a Friendsgiving and cut all those terrible people out. You're better off.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I like this idea. I love this idea. It's
right, because it's a centralized thing that most of the people have seen. And the only people who are going to be crabby about it are people who don't have any interest in seeing Star Wars, and most likely they don't want to be there in the first place, or people who have been staunchly about not watching Star Wars and they can realize what a fucking crotchety old shit they are, and they can stay over there and they can watch Blaze TV on their fucking phone. It's fine. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah. That's what needs to happen.
That's the order. Watch the chronological order. Don't watch the episode order. Watch the chronological order.
You know what, Jamie? I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're good. I think we've solved Thanksgiving.
That's the episode. We solved Star Wars.
That's it. That's what we started with. I think, by the way, the title for the show, We Solved Thanksgiving. That's it. I know it's going to be a lot of people are going to be like, the fuck are they talking about Thanksgiving for? Yeah. We've solved Thanksgiving. It's a whole show about Star Wars. It's fine.
It's great.
It makes total sense.
God, yeah. Fuck. I wish it was out tomorrow.
No, because we have to get through Turkey Day first. That's how this works, Jamie.
Right.
Yeah, I have to eat my weight in gravy before I can go see a Star Wars. That's how this works.
Yeah, God. Oh, man.
Them crescent rolls has to be had, man. Has to be had.
I wonder if I could convince so every Thanksgiving we go out to San Francisco. I wonder if I could just set up a TV and just start it.
I think you can. Honestly, I think if you get an iPad and you got one, you just bring it. Put it down the kids' end of the table. You know you're going to want to sit down with them anyway. They're cooler than the rest of the family.
Sure,
so
for sure.
You and your brother, right. You and your brother just hang out down there toward the end with the kids, set the iPad up, and just start serving the kids. Just have them just chowing and eating. The two of you just start picking away at all the food. It'll be great. You can jockey back and forth, and you watch them joking around watching Star Wars, and it'll be super great. And it'll feel like tradition. Then you get back to a place, you airport that just right from the iPad right up to the TV. Move right along.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, man. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah. We solved Thanksgiving. That's it.
Thanksgiving.
You're welcome, kids.
All right.
You're welcome.
Woohoo!
Cool. Yeah.
Brandon Chalmers, where can people find you if this episode worked?
On Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Nice. Where can they find you, Jamie?
Instagram, Jamie Noguchi, Twitter, Angry Zen Master. And those are the main places I hang out. Facebook too, but if I don't know you, I probably won't friend you. Podcast, all that good stuff. That's all we got.
Do we hit stop now? Is that how this works?
I think we hit stop recording.